Hi there, I'm Thomas and with me is
Michaela.
And we are here at the Siemens booth and we take you on a live tour over our 3000 square meters booth. And by the way, let's start with the fair motto this year, alright?
You can see up there that this year's motto is Accelerate Transformation for Industries. And what that means, Thomas, we'll explore in the highlight showcase around battery production. And so let's see how combining the real and the digital worlds transforms industrial production.
And therefore, let's go and split up and explore our highlights, alright? Welcome to our battery showcase, and we are presenting here an end-to-end solution. That means from the idea to build batteries, also to design virtually production lines, up to the engineering, up to the manufacturing of the batteries itself in the end. And therefore, this area is based on the digital enterprise concept, so combining the real and the virtual world together and bring value adds to our customers. And the booth is structured into different areas like the accelerated battery development, how to develop the batteries and also the production lines, up to the machine engineering, to optimize, to speed up the process of the machinery, and in the end, a module pack station. All right, but let's start first of all with our first showcase in the accelerated battery development. As you can see here, a really cool race car, and I can tell you, this is a winner model, so it's really fast, and it's from the RWTH, from our partner from the university in Aachen. This race car is fully electric, that means it's powered by a battery. And this brings us to the point why this is car presented here. Together with the RWTH, the racing team, it's called Ecury X. The challenge here was to build the best performing battery, so that means they need to decide which battery concept is best for this racing car. And I can tell you, it's really tailor-made here. Secondly, during the race, by the way, this accelerates from 0 to 100 in 2.3 seconds, and therefore a lot of heat is inside of the battery and needs to be under control, right? Only the best performing battery can fulfill the racing standards here. And therefore we have the ability to, with thermal management, to bring the heat under control. And this is why we are presenting here our race car from Ecury X. So let's explore the next station. Alright, so what you can see here, let's think about we are going further in the production process of our batteries. So the design of the batteries and also the production lines is finally done. And here we are now in the production of the battery itself. So this is a fully flexible stacking unit machine, which makes the individualized battery production possible. What you can see here is the anode and cathode material and the separator sheets. They are made, tailor-made to the requirements of the battery itself. And a lot of technique from Siemens is involved here, from our controllers, our drives, to control the entire motion process inside of the battery machine here. And also digitally, we enable this machine to be very productive on a very early stage due to simulation. All right, so this is the story here of our flexible stacking machine. Now we are leaving the area of the advanced machine engineering and stepping now into the world of our module pack assembly. So typically, this is the last part of our production steps here, and there we are showcasing a very interesting module pack assembly line. All right, so just imagine now it's the final days of the batteries here. They are now married together with the car. What you can see here is a fully flexible assembly line. So typically the batteries, the modules are taken and assembled to the battery pack. So what is the storyline here? It's a very interesting showcase. You can see there's a gripper unit which lifts and hoists all the batteries here into the chassis. And I can tell you this one is made out of additive manufacturing and printed. And this is very important because in the end it's 3D based and also designed and simulated with our software. And I can tell you it's much more lighter than the existing one. So a comparison here, so we choose the weight from 21 kilograms to only 2 kilograms. And this brings the value add, so we're saving money, you're saving energy, and it's in the end a very environmental friendly solution. And that's what we are showing here in our battery manufacturing corridor. All right, and last but not least, and I told you in the beginning, it's an end-to-end solution. That means from the design to engineering to the module pack station. Also, recycling is here an essential part. And as you can see here, this is finally a pack of a real e-car. And the question is now how we can reuse the raw material inside of this pack here. And therefore we have a very intelligent solution. It's powered with AI. And what is the machine doing? So it takes a snapshot, or it scans the surface of this pack and makes the information available. What kind of pack we do have here, if it's glued, if it's screwed, etc. And now, after the information is handed over to the AI algorithm, it gets exactly the information. The robot knows exactly how to dismantle, in the end, this pack here. And then we are able to separate all the materials and reuse them. And this, I call it, it's very, very sustainable. All right, so this is our battery showcase. And now let's jump to the next point.
Welcome to our first stop in the area of design. What if already with electricity data you could start your digital transformation? Right here we start with the topic electrical design. Imagine you want to build a new machine. We've seen that before. You need to select the best fitting products. The energy supply of all electrical devices in this machine needs accordance with standards and regulations. And you need consistent data and circuit diagrams. And with our control panel design software in the TIA selection tool, we automatically make this design easy for you. It's quick, it's standard compliant, dimensioning of the electrical equipment. Everything is already in there. You just benefit from it with efficient planning and reliable operation. And how to get electrical energy to the system, we'll see at the area around power distribution. So let's go there. So we see right here low voltage components for smart power distribution. And now we'll go into medium voltage. Because what we've seen was the digital enterprise, a lot of production sites working nicely. And without sustainable power, without reliable power, it would just be dark. In former days, we talked about cables. Now we talk about busbar systems, so no more mess up with cabling there. And what you see right here, yeah, we are rather fast. We talk about electrons. We see the motor feeders. So just a simple device, but that's our first point to get data from our process. Even if you just know current and voltage, well, make use of it, compare the data of your components and get more information out of just with the electrical data, out of your process. And now let's jump over to automation, where Thomas takes over again.
Our next stop in the design area is motion control, what you can see here in that area. So motion control is important on the way to the adaptive production. And we make the most complex motion tasks very simple and easy. And we cover all requirements with our Dynamics solutions here, with our Dynamics drives. And this is one example what we are presenting here, the new Dynamics S200. Perfectly made for the industries like electronics, packaging and also battery wiring. And here shown is a packaging solution. And the benefits are, it's easy to use for sure because of the compact design. What you can see here is the compact design of the drives. We have also a web server integrated, and the performance is also optimized, high speed and Profinet communication, what you can see here. And also ready for the future, safety on board, CF3 is integrated, security and also simulations with DriveSim Basic, it's possible. Motion control plays a crucial role on the path of the adaptive productions, and therefore we need solutions. And I can tell you, single axis and kinematic program is really, really complex, and therefore we have also, in addition, a lack of skilled OT programmers. And the focus is now to bring the IT-minded automation engineers into the OT world, right? The focus group here is OEMs and system integrators, and the solution is here to separate the SPS program and focus now on the technology. And the S7-1500T is now an interpreter software, a robot controller in the end. And the benefits here is reducing the complexity, sequential and graphical programming of access and kinematics, simulate and validate programs without touching any hardware. Our last update in the automation engineering is our semantic automation extension. And here is the question and the challenge to bring OT and IT programmers together. But how? Typically, IT programmers used a very program object-oriented programming. And this is sometimes hard to understand for the OT programmers. And here we have the solution now. With the trusted development environment based on Visual Studio Code, we are presenting here the semantic extension. It's also cloud-based and also a solution as a service. So that means it's part of Industrial Operations X. And we have here also multi-user engineering for teams, for perfect integration here, and no special trainings needed to code for the TIA portal.
So now welcome back to Realize, and what we see here is once again a digital image, a digital twin of a production site. And during the office hours here at the exhibitions, you see the cars moving there, you see each robot moving there. And why can we see that? Because we communicate with them. We collect the data from the process. And that's a huge amount of data. And fortunately, we have 5G available. Well, you know it from your mobiles, there's a nice gimmick, but industrial 5G enables us to transmit a huge amount of data in real time and get information from the process in real time. And we can use it for real-time location service and for monitoring our complete manufacturing site. Well, communication always keeps it interesting around cybersecurity. And you can see that kind of cybersecurity is part of the Siemens DNA. We signed the Charter of Trust a few years ago, and cybersecurity, we do a holistic approach there. And it's part of the Siemens DNA. It's part of every construction, every development. And yes, there are some possibilities to enter a system if there is an open door. We're going to close it, communicate it. That's why we need a patch management. And instead of walking to every device, well, have it centrally managed. I walk a bit, you will follow me, because we want to find out how we can measure things that were formerly unmeasurable. How to, well, calculate sensors where we don't have any sensors. And so we see here a system where we have a metal plate with just 2 sensors on it. And the robot will then push and pull this metal plate. Could be any kind of object we visualize. And around here, around the corner, you can see that currently there is no pressure in the system. And we calculate for every step of this plate, for everything of the construction, we calculate the pressure, the forces inside. So we make things measurable that were not measurable before, and without the need of additional sensors, you just get information from within the system. And I think right now we will hand over to check on transparency.
In the optimize phase, we are talking about to make data available directly from the machines, and therefore we need enablers, and we call this enablers edge and cloud computing. What you can see here are different micro PCs and also stations who gathering the data and make them available. But not only gathering the data is the benefit here, we need also to prepare or to make those data available and generating value adds for our customers. They want to know exactly what is the status of the machine and also want to have predictions. And these are very, very important to make predictions for the machine and also getting the health status. And this is in the end what we are showing here in our Optimize area. Last update in the optimized area, our WinSys Unified portfolio updates here. Having a single engineering and visualization system is very crucial that is suitable for a wide range of applications and industries. And this is what we are showing here. We are merging two worlds, the HMI and the SCADA level, into one unified system. And the updates here is that we are able now to have extensions for faceplates and libraries. We have a corporate designer to create individual styles. And in the end, we are able to have multi-user engineering on a screen level.
Hey, back again. We've learned that the heart of each machine is its control. And what if this control is now virtual? We get the flexibility on demand wherever needed. We are hardware independent because we don't need this control box, the hardware anymore, but we benefit from the availability right in the edge computing device, kind of in the cloud. So it's once again bringing together OT and IT, so operations technology, the know-how there, how to program, and IT technology, IT mechanisms. Reduce the maintenance effort with the centrally managed edge devices. And so if we combine this, we get a virtual PLC. And now let's look into the booth again to see how an example of machine performance and reliability could look like. We see here once again the combination of the digital twin, a digital world, and the real world inside. And why did we select a mixer to present the new device Synamics G220? It's a new motor on the world, and mixers have requirements to performance because they need to work great in slow speed, they need to work great in fast speed. And what we show here that it's a user-friendly engineering, it's fast commissioning and easy operation. And a lot of things are already integrated, like a space-saving design. Well, and not only time equals money, also space equals money. Benefit from already integrated safety functions. Well, especially important in explosive environments. And relax with integrated security, user management, access control, secure communication, and authenticity checks are already included. And the best thing is, we talk about virtual commissioning here. So really get your systems into operation before you even touch the first part. Well, and what we touch now, as a handover to maintenance, let's see what Thomas have for us there.
Very important when we're gathering the data to make predictions for our customers, and therefore we need a portfolio to do that. And this is what we have here with predictive maintenance. We are able to predict cases, and in this showcase we are presenting here a pump, and which is fully controlled with our portfolio, and in the end we are able to make predictions when is something happening inside of this valve here. And we can also visualize that with our app ecosystem. Citrons SCM, for example, makes the solution happening. And we have also further portfolio updates, what you can see here in the area of Optimize.
Now let's talk sustainability and energy efficient solution. That's crucial for the world, for people, for industries. We've already seen that. And that's why we've shown energy efficient solutions. Well, how you can save energy and reduce cost with energy efficient products and solutions. We've seen that. We've seen that with industrial IoT and data analytics, we can monitor and analyze data usage in real time to identify energy savings, operational improvements, and waste reduction potential. We've also seen that the renewable energy integration and an efficient power distribution helps our customers to reduce their energy consumption and to reduce carbon emissions. And last but not least, if you ask yourself where to start the sustainability journey, we offer sustainability consulting. How you can develop strategies to become more sustainable and which environmental goals to set to comply with regulations and to reduce your carbon footprint. We'll take a look on some exhibits here, because I already mentioned energy efficient products, and we have one more to look at. This is a motor, and from this side it looks really familiar, or kind of familiar. But on the other side you see the model of it. Well, it's currently not turning because it's an open model, and it's a permanent magnet motor. So we do need the electrical energy only in the outside windings and no more in the insides. So kind of half the amount of energy needed. Well, that's what we call an energy efficient solution. And if you now ask yourself, how shall I finance that? Well, we have the nice advantage to have Siemens Financial Services with us. With your savings, you finance your improvement in the project. And where we talk about sustainable farming and we see the potential of projects, we even invest in the projects. So I hope that you've seen a lot of interesting solutions here. Still, the tour was just a highlight, a glimpse on, but I hope that Thomas and me gave you enough information to now stroll around in the digital experience and find more answers, or maybe you plan a trip to one of the next exhibitions. Thank you.